What's up, party people? Taking a stand. People make you raise your own verge of oppression, but it's gonna be alright. Alright. You can see me alright. Cause the music plays. We'll go with the real bobblehead. The one and only bobblehead. The original bobblehead. What's going on? Hit me up privately. Send me your email. I will be sending it to you. Yo, party people. Happy Thursday, man. I know it's gonna be a snowy day. You guys know what we do, right? Emotions create emotions. Here we go. Sorry I'm a little late today, but I'm here. Woo! Come on, y'all. I want you to say yes today. All day. Say yes all week. Say yes all month. Say yes to finish out 2018. Say yes to finish out 2019. Bobblehead! My boy. How you guys doing out there? Good morning. Let me see where everybody's coming in from. I got you, kid. Yo, we gotta sit down and talk, man, you and I. That's a business to do. And I see all nations to come. How's everybody feeling out there, man? I'm glad to have my people on here. I know that we had some people share this yesterday. Again, this is Victor Glide Alisea coming to you live, 7:30 in the morning. 7:40 today, I'm a little late. But hey, I'm here, man. And it's still the morning motivation. What's going on, Gina? How are you? Hope you're doing well. Fantastic. Good to see you on here, guys. Let me tell you something. I want to talk. This is something that's so important and crucial to so many people is knowing. I know that the topic is improving your self-worth, and I'm going to talk to you about it. What you're worth, the value that you add in your business, the value you add in a relationship, the value you add in your community, the value that you add as a person in general. And building your brand, that's for business, but you can build your brand as a good father. You know, you could build your as a good mother, you could be as a good husband or wife. Knowing your worth in every situation is so important. And I'm going to take you guys back. I'm going to tell you a little story about me. You know, I was one of the first breakdancers, and at 15 years old, I was traveling all over the world, but I was still a young kid who didn't understand, you know, at 17 years old, you know, from 15 to 17, I was just doing whatever, you know, just having fun and not enjoying it. And then there was this one time that there was a show and a contest and a competition, and the person called me up, and I was just sitting at home chilling, you know. I knew that we were doing well, but I really didn't understand until this person called me and said, "Hey, listen to me. Good morning, Mike. How are you, my friend? Good to see you on here." He said, "Listen to me, man. Are you guys coming to tonight's show?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, well, you know, yeah, we'll be there." And he was like, "Listen, you really got to get here, man. Everybody is coming here to see you guys. You guys know that already, right?" And he said, "You know, how much do I need to pay you? You know, how much do I need to give you to make sure you guys are here?" And I gave him an amount, and he laughed at me, man. He said, "Glide, I'm going to give you triple of that. Please come." And that just changed my life. At that one instant, I was like, wow, you know, it's like I'm not really looking at who I am and my value, my true value. And a lot of us seem to go along in life living like that, you know. It's so amazing. It happened to me again, you know. I started being an entertainer in a DJ, you know, company, right? And I was sitting down with this one client, and you know, we were charging a nice amount to do the parties, but this one client said, Listen to me. This is way back in the days. He said, I have $10,000 for you. What can you give me for this? And it just blew my mind again. And I remembered again. And I'm like, wow, I'm doing this again. I am undervaluing myself. I'm not believing that what I bring to the table is worth what it is. And how many of you guys right now, raise your hand if you're on here, man. If you're on here listening to this, raise your hand and say, you know, I do that too. I'm undervaluing myself. I'm not appreciating all the hard work, all this my brand that I built in any situation, even in my relationship. In your relationship, you're not feeling like, you know, you're being a good parent, and you really are, you know, and you're being hard on yourself, you know. And this happens all the time. Now in the business that I'm in, you know, I've created a name for myself. And I have a nice brand, and people are constantly reaching out to me, and I love it. I appreciate it. Don't stop. Talk to me as much as you can. You know, people feel like I can help them or serve them or be part of something that they're doing. I love that. And again, your self-worth it's not just economical. It's in all parts of your life. And what I want you to know, that I want to remind you right now, is that no one else is going to give you that value. You know, these stories that you just heard me tell, this doesn't happen every day. I'm sharing these stories to impress on you that we are the people that set our own value. You have to set your own value, man. Bubblehead has a value. Bubblehead is a man. You know, Bobblehead makes me smile and laugh every day. And he brings joy to me when I'm doing these videos. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, we decide our own worth. So, but it's very easy, you know, to undervalue yourself. It's very easy to undersell yourself. And I want you to know, this is something very important, very deep right now for you to understand. All right? The value that you portray. The value that you portray and the value that you depict of yourself, well, that becomes your reality. What you say to the world that you are. And if you're constantly down and out and going to your job and just getting by and just doing very, you know, it's so crazy that somebody, one of my staff told me about another staff member that staff member does very little. He just does enough to get by. And that's just not a way to live, guys. You know, I've always been the kind of person, right? I've always been the kind of person that does what needs to be done. You know, I always show up. I work hard. I give extra. People ask me, they pay for a price, or they have a certain amount of dances, and I give them more. I figured the things out. You know, if there's a problem, I jump right in. I figure them out. I make it happen. I work hard and I show up constantly. And yet, some of you do the same thing. And how easy it is that when you look in that mirror, every single morning, that how do you define that person looking back? And the true value of who you are. And today, when you start going into that mirror, when you wake up and you start moving towards getting ready to go to work, boom, I want you to make your move. Look in that mirror and value yourself. Look at all the things that you have done. You know, and we have to learn to believe in ourselves. You have to learn today and say it. Look in the mirror and say, I believe in you. Say it here. Let me get some hashtags. I believe in you. You're amazing. You're outstanding. I believe in you. All right? And we have to start seeing ourselves bigger, stronger, faster, and believe in your self-worth. And this isn't something that you leave to the subconscious. This is something that you have to create. You have to like subconsciously, you have to take some time today to believe in yourself, to know what your self-worth is. Right? And so here it is, man. And so in every story that I told you, I was not just a b-boy. I was an inventor. I was a pioneer. I was a creator. I was a leader of kids. Because we were kids. I was 15, 16, 17. I was a leader of young men at that time, right? And in the 90s, in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and 2010s, when I became an owner of a DJ company, I wasn't just an MC or an owner or a dancer or an entertainer. I was the number one guy. I believe that I was the number one guy in this industry doing the best parties ever. That's my self-worth. So I was getting paid that way because I believed in myself. All right, and now that I'm doing the sidekick and I'm building, businesses and I have a great team. I'm not just a plain person. I'm a badass. I'm kicking butt. I'm a good leader. I fight for what I believe in. And I want you to do this today. I want you to look in that mirror. When you look in that mirror, and you have to give yourself your value. You're not just somebody who shows up. And if you are, change it. Notice what you're great in. Believe in yourself. All right? Because we still see ourselves, and let me tell you, you have to start thinking yourself bigger, stronger, faster, better. Because we still see ourselves in a certain way. Guess what? That will never change until you change your perspective. Until you start seeing it. The outside is not going to tell you. They're not going to come here and say, hey, you're doing an amazing job. I think that you're undervaluing yourself. There are amazing places that you work and they see that you're working hard and that you're stepping up and you're stepping in and you do get promoted. You do get the promotions. But you got to have that attitude. Somebody who's doing all this really work and really hard work and is not, like showing up and making noise is not going to get that advancement. The other person will. There might be two of you doing the same thing, but one person is actually talking to people, wanting it, being around those people, showing the energy that they want to improve and grow, that they deserve to. Because if you don't believe you deserve it, why would somebody else? Why would somebody else? Listen, again, I'm telling you this right now. I want to be that one person. Like I said to you before, it's crazy that people have stepped up to me. And that was just me being overwhelmingly, confident. So people were like, hey, we need this. We got to give you this, right? But let me tell you, some of you are not, right? So let me be that person. Let me be that person to tell you right here, right now, you're underselling yourself. If you're showing up every single day, if you're working hard, if you're doing the things that have to be done and beyond, you're working, you're staying up when people are sleeping, you're underselling yourself. And you're not getting paid for that. You are underselling yourself. And I want to be that person to tell you this, right? Once you begin to see yourself as one of the best, this is something that's really so impressive for me. And that's what it was, man. I thought of success. I remember KRS saying that. And it changed my life and my perspective. I say it all the time. And I was 15 years old when I heard it, 16 years old when I heard it. Think of success and put yourself in the picture. And when you start seeing yourself as one of the best, no one's better than me at what we're doing. The world conforms to you. Do you hear me? When you change your belief, the world changes their belief about you. It's a pretty amazing thing. You start doing better work. You do it with pride because you're the best. You have to show up, right? You radiate success and people find you. They come to you, right? So your confidence, it shoots through the roof when you start saying that you are the best, that I'm more than capable. I can do this better than anybody else. You realize there's a ton of money out there because it starts coming, and it's meant for me. It's meant for you. You grow faster. You surround yourself with more people that are just like you, growing and pushing, and you step away from the people who are holding you back because they don't have a dream or a vision. All right? And all of this, everything that I'm talking about comes from believing. It comes from believing, from trusting yourself and knowing your self-worth. So right here, right now, I want you to take some time right here, right now. Put a little music with this. Ask yourself, in what areas of my life have I capped myself? What areas of my life have I put a cap where I'm not feeling good enough? Think about that for a while. And you hear that? It's gonna be alright. Don't worry about all the time you spent feeling this way. Worry about today and tomorrow and where you're gonna be. The past is not equal to the future. Say yes. Say yes to today. Say yes to yourself. Say yes to life, guys. Say yes. It's time. And here's another thing. That's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about. The second thing is proximity. Proximity is power. That's the same thing as think of success and put yourself in a picture. Put yourself around the people, in the situations where people will be able to see who you are. You can't stay in this rinky-dink job that's going nowhere and expect to explode on the scene. You got to be around people in your industry. Where are the people, the players? Be around those people and those players. And confidence is earned, man. I know that some of you, it's earned, and that's by jumping in. But what I'm saying, put yourself in these people. Day in and day out, doing what needs to be done, even when it's hard. Moving towards your goals. You know, moving through the lows, running over speed bumps. You don't see walls, you see speed bumps. And you can jump right over a speed bump. If you see a wall, you got to break it down and climb it. That's too much energy. Don't create walls for yourself. Make them speed bumps. All right? Listen, when people are sleeping, you're working. When you're falling, when you fall, you get right back up. And that's how confidence is earned. Because suddenly doing all these things, right? Suddenly working hard every day. Suddenly showing up every day. Showing up, pushing past the pain. Doing what things need to be done. You know, you have the experience. You create the experience. You create the talent. You've created a track record, right? And people to back it up. And all you have to do is work hard, play hard. Be consistent. Work hard, play hard, be consistent. Take those tiny steps every day. Put one, you ever seen that? Eat my stuff, put one foot in front of the other. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. You know, even when it hurts. Even when it hurts. Like today is a snowy day. There's no school. I don't have to wake up. And I'm here. It's not that it hurts me. I'm excited about being here. But for other people, it would be hurting. This would be an excuse and a reason to not be here. What's up, Christine? How are you? Good to see you on here. All right? Build your brand. Let me explain something to you about brand. When you build your brand, right? Most people are afraid. They want to. You start something off and you want to get paid a lot of money. Man, that's not the way the world lives anymore. It works anymore. There's so many things that you have to do. You have to start here and then put yourself different than everybody. I'm going to stay later. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to ask more questions. I'm going to talk with people. I'm going to be involved. I'm going to make those calls. I'm going to push beyond what I can do. I'm going to continue to be great. I'm going to fight for what I believe in. I'm going to do the things that need to be done. And you build your brand, right? And I'm going to give things away for free. I'm going to volunteer for this. I'm going to volunteer for that. And you volunteer, and people see you and they say, this guy right here, they start talking about you behind. Your brand is here. This guy right here is willing to show up. This guy right here, I trust him. This girl right here, I trust her. They're amazing. They do whatever it takes to do the job. This is the kind of person. They start talking to other people, and other people show up in your life. Right? You give away stuff. You give away your internet, and it puts you in position. This opens up doors for opportunity when you're showing up day in, day out that you never even imagined. People show up at your door. People show up with money. People show up, with advice. People, mentors, leaders, pioneers, game changers start wanting to talk to you and share information because you're worthy of it. And if you keep building a platform that enables success, many trains will stop at your station. All right? You can't, in closing, man, you can't just succeed with vision. You can't just think of yourself and put yourself in a picture. You have to do the work, all right? You have to show up, right? You have to believe and take massive action. You have to say yes. Say freaking yes. Today, say yes. Stop saying no to yourself. Say freaking yes. All right? You can't only succeed with vision, you know, blindly following other people, blindly following the status quo. You have to believe, take massive action, work hard, no matter what. Let me say that again. Work hard, no matter what. Let me get some hashtags, no matter what. So here it is, guys. Believe that you're great. Believe that you are worthy of nothing but the best, the absolute best. Say, I am the best. I have greatness in me. Have the framework, have the plan, and then go out every day and build it. Every single day, guys, go out and build it. Rain or shine, little by little, show up, build it. And let me tell you something. You're going to be extremely amazed at the amount of power. You will be extremely amazed at the amount of power and control that you have over your own destiny. When you believe that you are great, when you believe that you are worthy, when you believe that you are the best, when you believe that you can, when you think you can't, you must. Listen, vision and execution are an incredible combination. Say that again. Vision and execution are an incredible combination that will take you to some amazing places. Hashtag I want to go to amazing places. I love you guys out there. You have greatness in you. We're going to dance it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this, man. This is Rick the Guy on Air coming to you live 7:30 in the morning. If you think that you can add value to somebody else, share this with other people, man. Hashtags is going to be alright. No matter what's going on, man. If you believe that it's going to be alright, it's going to be great and alright and amazing for you. You have greatness in you. All you need is in you now. All you need is in front of you right now. The decision is say freaking yes. I hope you know your self-worth. Focus on that. Build your brand. Keep building it, even though you don't feel like you're getting paid. And all of a sudden, money will pass your brand. You gotta build it first. You gotta build trust. You gotta have people believing in you. I love you. I believe in you. You're amazing. You're freaking awesome. Have a great day.